St. Kitts property laws and really bad problems that lawyers will not tell you about is what I'm going to be going over with you today. I own an immigration real estate company in St. Kitts. I'm not a lawyer, but have been in the business for 9 years and real familiar with the laws dealing in property in St. Kitts. If you buy a property in St. Kitts for citizenship purposes, you cannot title the property in any way except under the person's name that is actually getting the citizenship. This is true in some of the other Caribbean fast track programs also, along with the other statements I'm going to give you here in this format here. Also, if you want to legally get your taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 3 months, go to our website at www.citizenshipquickly.com and then hit the button at the top of the homepage that says Apply with Us, and then just fill out the questions and then hit where it says Send to Us. And we'll read this and see what we can do to try to help solve whatever problem you got. Okay, now before January the 1st, 2012, when the new St. Kitts Citizenship Act came into play, you could title property bought for citizenship under a corporation or under an LLC, but the owner of the corporation or the member of the LLC had to be the person that's actually getting the citizenship, but you cannot do that now. The new Citizenship Act changed that back in January 2012. Even going back 20 years ago, the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis allowed offshore corporations or an offshore foundation to own citizenship property directly, but I can tell you those days are gone. The law will no longer allow that. You can buy property outside of the citizenship areas and title those properties under just about any legal entity that you want. But you need to be aware that if the owner of those properties are owned by an offshore corporation, offshore LLC, or an offshore trust, whether it be in a Nevis or a Belize offshore entity, you would be subject to the land alien holding license fee, and you'd have to pay a 10% tax on whatever you bought the property for. Even if you were a national of St. Kitts when the property was bought, unless certain conditions were met, which I'm going to go over with you on that. Let me give you an example of the expense that you could incur if you're going to be doing this and you're not studying and doing your homework. In other words, on an $800,000 property, if not done correctly, you could be stuck paying a 10% tax for this land alien holding license fee, which is you take 10% of 800,000, that's 80,000 US dollars just because you didn't plan ahead of time. If the entity that owned the property that you set up was an offshore LLC or an offshore corporation, and the citizen behind these entities had at least a 51% ownership of those entities, you could get around the land alien holding license fee of 10%. Now, there are a couple other things I need to go over that you still have to qualify for, and that is the director of the offshore corporation would also have to be a St. Kitts national that funded the actual entity. If a trust owned the property, whether it be a Belize or Nevis trust, and the property was in St. Kitts, the 10% land alien holding license fees of 10% would not apply if the beneficiary and the trustee of the trust was a St. Kitts national. All right, now another thing you need to be aware of is if you title the property under an LLC, corporation, or trust, and you decide to drop the legal entity and then switch the property and put it in your name because things have changed and you no longer want to pay that cost for that legal entity anymore, you're going to trigger a 10% stamp duty even if the property was not even sold. By you switching the owners of the property and a sale not even taking place, the Revenue Department of St. Kitts will view that switch of titles on the property as a sale, even though a sale never took place, and a 10% stamp duty will be incurred on you for the switch that was viewed as a sale as far as the revenue authorities go. If you want to learn more on this and other matters, if you'll do 3 things, hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen right here, and then we'll see what we can do we'll get these videos out to you as soon as they come out. And number 2 is I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below, and I'll see what I can do to help solve your problem. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and hit the button that says Apply with Us at the top of the bar. And then the questions there, fill those out, and then hit the bottom bar that says Send to Us. And we'll look over that and then see what we can do to solve your problem. We deal with 74 different citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries. So we don't deal just with St. Kitts, but we do like St. Kitts in the Caribbean quite a bit because they do allow dual citizenship. They're English-speaking countries. Two of the countries don't have income taxes, St. Kitts and Antigua. So you check all the boxes. This is what I like about these Caribbean countries. But I like St. Kitts the best because the visa-free travel is better in St. Kitts than the other countries. Thanks for watching. I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care.